Hello viewers, I'm Kausalya. Today we are going to solve example 5 in chapter 13 surface areas and volumes. So the problem is Shanta runs an industry in a shed which is in the shape of a cuboid surmounted by a half cylinder. So here we are having two shapes. What are all they? We have a cuboid and there is a half cylinder. Right. Next, if the base of the shed is of dimension 7 meter into 15 meter and the height of the cuboidal portion is of 8 meter, find the volume of air that the shed can hold. Further, suppose the machinery in the shed occupies a total space of 300 meter cube and there are 20 workers, each of whom occupy about 0.08 meter cube space on an average, then how much air is in the shed? So here you see we are having a cuboid and a cylinder and the dimensions of these things are given, right? The dimension of that is regarding a shed, you see the 715 or the dimensions, and finally in the cuboidal portion, okay, the height, it is 8 meter. So find the volume of air that the shed can hold. So here the first thing is we have to draw the diagram, right? So you see here we are having a shed in the shape of a cuboid and it is surmounted by a half cylinder. So just look at this diagram, right? So here this is the cuboid, right? And this is surmounted by a half cylinder. So obviously this is your half cylinder, okay? You just assume like this, right? So we will be having full cylinder like this. So here this is a half cylinder. And what are all the dimensions? You see, if the base of the shed is of dimension 7 meter into 15 meter. So here the shed, that is base, right? So here the base, this is 7 meter and this is 15 meter. And again the height is 8 meter, right? So here regarding a cube, this is the height, right? So it is 8 meter. So find the, what are all the things we have to find the volume of air that the shed can hold. So here we have to find the volume, right? So here we have to find the volume of air, right? You better write it as total volume of air. So here it is volume of air that is in the cuboid, and we have to find the volume of air that is present in this half cylinder, right? Because we have to find the volume which is present in this entire shed. So, and this shed has two shapes. One is cuboid and another is a half cylinder. Therefore, here we have to find the volume of the cuboid and the volume of the cylinder as well, right? So, what is the formula here? So, volume of cuboid is, it is nothing but LBH, right? Length into breadth into height. Plus, what is the volume of the cylinder? It is pi r square h. Since it is half cylinder, here we are including 1 by 2. Okay, it is not the full cylinder, it is a part of the cylinder, right? Here the full cylinder will look like this, right? So here just we have to substitute the values. So LBH, right? So this is your L and this is your B and this is your H. So it is 15 into 7 into 8, right? Plus this 1 by 2 here. And the value of pi, it is 22 by 7. It is given in the problem, right? Take pi is equal to 22 by 7. So just substitute the value into, what about the value of radius of the cylinder? You see here only the dimensions of the cuboid are given, right? So here you see, if this is 7 meter, obviously this length should be also of 7 meter, right? And this length is nothing but this is the diameter of the cylinder. You see, if this is the full form of the cylinder, if this is the shape of a full cylinder, then this is the diameter, right? Then obviously the diameter of the cylinder is 7 meters, right? So here we need only radius, therefore it is 7 by 2. Since it is square, we had written 2 times into h. What is h here? here the height of the cylinder is, this is the height of the cylinder, right? So here it is 15 meter. So just substitute the values, right? Cancel the common terms, and here we are having, you see, 15 into 7 into 8 gives 840, right? Plus here when you cancel the common terms, finally we are getting the answer as 288.75. Right. So now when you add these two values, here we are ending up with the answer as 1128.75 meter cube, because this is volume. Right. If it is an area, we will mention the unit as meter square. So since it is the volume here, it is meter cube. Right. Now, first part of the problem is over. Right. What are all the things we need to find? You see, suppose the machinery in the shed occupies a space of 300 meter cube and there are 20 workers, right, each of whom occupy about 0.08 meter cube, okay, space on an average. Then how much air is in the shed? In the same shed, right, if we have a machinery that occupies 300 meter cube and we also have 20 workers and each worker occupies volume of about 0.08 meter cube, right, then how to find the total volume of the workers? Here just multiply this 20 with this, because this is the volume occupied by a single person, right? So if we need to find the volume occupied by the 20 person, here just you have to multiply, right? 20 into 0.08 gives the total volume of the workers, right? Then the next thing is, here the machinery occupy the space of 300 meter cube. This is given directly. So you see, space occupied by the workers is given by 20 into 0.08. Okay, just now I explained, right? So this gives the answer of 1.6 meter cube. Then what about the space occupied by the machines? It is 300 meter cube, right? So now what about the volume of air there? Right. So the volume of air now is, you see, it is nothing but total volume of air minus space occupied by the workers and the space occupied by the machines. Right. So now you have to subtract these two parameters from this total volume. Then only we can get the volume occupied by the air here. So here just do, here you have to add, right? 300 plus 1.6 gives 301.6, right? Then when you subtract this from this value, finally here we will be having 827.15 meter cube, right? So here in this problem again, be careful while doing the multiplication, right? So check twice, right, the answers of a multiplication before you substitute here, because the change in one value will affect the entire problem, right? For example, if you made a mistake here, then this answer is wrong, right? Again, you see, from this answer we are subtracting these values, that is using this value we are doing some other calculations, so again which will lead to the final answer also wrong. So regarding these type of problems, be careful, read the problem twice, right? Check whether the values are correct and then just substitute and then proceed, right? So here comes the end of this video. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.